I was having a conversation with some ladies. Well, I went to this get together that was really good, really refreshing. And we were talking about people pleasing. We're talking about how do you show up in different situations. So, like, a lot of people seem to get very gloomy and very down around the winter time. How often are you checking in with yourself? Have you done a check-in with yourself to say, right now, this season, this time frame, this time of the year, the holidays, whatever, this it brings up feelings of sadness, it brings up feeling of anxiety, it brings up feelings of gloom because the sun isn't out as much and I can't get to go outside because it's too cold depending on where you live. What are the things that are arising for you and how are you addressing them? And why are you examining, why do I get sad around the winter time? Why do I get depressed, or why am I riddled with anxiety? Because we're trying to, and what came out in the group is everybody trying to pay attention to the consumerism, because we need to get gifts for the kids and we need to do get food for Christmas time and we need to do and it's all around consumerism. So what I was sharing, or just my perspective, because everybody's like, I was like, I personally don't have that angst because I don't feed into the consumerism side of things. I don't make it about the buying, and the gift and the gift and gift. I make it about who it's really about, which is about the season of just celebrating Jesus' birth. And when I do that, I am less stressed out and less inclined to succumb to the societal norms when it comes around holidays and feeling the pressure to have to buy all these things and buy all these gifts and show up in these different ways. And I'm just like, why? Why is that something that we have allowed to become the focus? And still, your joy, still the way that you feel about this holiday. You may have lost a family member, or you may have lost a child, a parent, a job, a relationship, something that you have lost around the season that brings up those emotions for you. How are you handling that? How are you showing up for yourself? How are you being kind to yourself? What is the narrative that you're telling yourself about this season? Um, and I would just say, take a deep breath, take a few moments to just and if you need to take another one, take another one. And feel that in your chest, feel that I'm alive, I'm okay, I'm here, I'm safe. This anxiety that I'm feeling is man-made. I'm making this up, I'm putting this on myself. Why? What is it about this season? What is it about this period of time? Am I still experiencing grief? Am I experiencing loneliness? What can I do to mitigate those things? What systems can I put in place to help me with this? Who can I reach out to? Who can I share this with? Or what resources can I tap into to help me combat the things that I'm feeling? Because we tend to want to isolate. We tend to want to keep it inside and not share the things and be very honest about where I'm at right now. Like you can say right now I just feel blah. And then the next question is, what can I do about it? If it is that is making you feel sad or depressed or in a negative way, some persons it may have the adverse reaction. Like for me, I love the winter time. I love the cold. I hate the heat. I prefer when it's cold. I prefer when the time is nice and cool and I can bundle up and snuggle up. That brings me joy. So for me, it brings out, I appreciate every season. I love every season because I wake up every day up trying to find the gratitude for every single day. But the winter time is my happy time. I love the snow. I love the cold air. I love all of it. I love the bundling up, the layering, the all of the things that comes with winter, the cuddling time with my kids and watching Christmas movies and all those things. I love that. So for me, the winter time is my happy time. Others that I have realized has the opposite reaction where it makes them feel down, makes them feel dreary. So I'm saying, what can you do? What can we do as a collective, as a team? If you know somebody who that's how they get around that time frame, do a check in with them, check up on them. How are you doing? How are you dealing? What do you need? Do you want to come over by my house for Christmas, or do you want to, for us to meet up once a week and just have coffee and talk about stuff, or just do a Zoom call or a WhatsApp call or whatever? Are you checking in with those people? And if you are that person, are you letting persons know that this is something you're dealing with? Are you letting them know that I need some time, I need somebody to show up with me? My best friend and I have a code word where we say I need 7 minutes. So I just text that to them and say I need 7 minutes, or they text that to me, I need 7 minutes, and we know I need you to show up for me right now because I need somewhere to pour. I need somebody to just listen to me. I need somebody to just sit with me, just vent with me, and I do the same for them. So make that kind of connection so that you're not feeling alone, because we're not meant to do life alone. And you can be in a crowded space and still feel lonely. You can have a crowded house and still feel lonely. So there's nothing wrong with it not necessarily an external thing, because you can have a house full of children and a husband and all these things and still feel alone. So it's what do you need to do to rejuvenate and revive your spirit? What do you need to tap into? What environment do you need to be in? Do you need is your need alone time? There's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. So is it that I need alone time so I can replenish, so I can pour into myself? If that's what you need, ask your environment for that. If that's what you need, ask the persons in your life to show up for you that way. And if you don't have people, find them. There's a whole that the one thing that technology does is connect us to the people that we think we're so disconnected from. We have so much more alike than we do different. We're experiencing so much of the same things, and because we don't share, because we don't talk, or because we don't expose ourselves, we feel like we suffer in silence by ourselves. And this goes for men and women. We tend to not want to share because it's going to be perceived a certain way, or you're embarrassed about it, or you just think nobody cares. And that's not the case. That is not the case. That is not the case. We are not designed to do life alone. We're not meant to do life alone. COVID taught us to all become comfortable with loneliness. COVID taught us to learn to live in isolation. COVID taught us that it's safer, healthier to just be by yourself and do life by yourself. It's not. And it's going to take intentional action to rewire our brains, to get back into social environments, healthy social environments. It's going to require a change of attitude, a change of most persons, when you get home after work, you don't want to get back. You don't want to go back outside, especially if it's cold. But if you don't want to go out, go on. Get on your phone, make an arrangement with your friends. Every Friday night we meet at 7 o'clock and just have movie night, or we just have check-in night where we just meet together and talk together and find out where everybody's at, how is everybody's week, how do you need me to show up for you this week? Do you have the emotional bandwidth to just be present for me right now? And if not, can we all just sit here in silence, get a cup of tea, get a blanket, wrap around and sit together in silence? Do we get to celebrate something that happened for somebody this week? Don't isolate. And if it's time that you need to be alone as opposed to being lonely, then be intentional about that too. Call on your family. Say, hey, can you come watch the kids for me for an hour? I need this amount of time for myself. Can I leave my dog with you for a little bit? I need to go somewhere and just be by myself for a second. I don't know what it is for you, which version or which side of the coin you're on, But whichever side it is, if it is making you feel like you need to shut down, if you need to isolate, you need to stay by yourself in an unhealthy way, then the next question to ask yourself is, what do I do to mitigate that? What can I do to change that? Because we need to help ourselves stay in a mental, emotional, and spiritually healthy place. And you can't do that by yourself. You can't do that in isolation. You can't do that without verbalizing your needs. You can't do that without showing up for yourself, because we can't pour from an empty cup. We have to pour from a place where we're filled. For me, I get filled when I interact with people and talk about stuff of like-mindedness and spend time in the word and allow the Holy Spirit to wash over me and listen to my worship music and just walk around my house dancing and singing, or I go on walks. I love walks, and just clear my mind. And when I need social interaction, I reach out to the people that I need. But what is it for you? And reframe your mind, reframe your thinking around the season, so that your experience of the season, all the different seasons that you're going through, is one that you can enjoy. Find the God wink moments. Find the delay in traffic that you would have usually gotten annoyed about. Turn your music up and just jam it out. Instead of cussing off the next person in the lane next to you, turn your music up and just enjoy the music. Turn it off and spend time in the Holy Spirit, with the Holy Spirit. Make a phone call. Say, friend, I'm just checking on you. I'm just heading to work. I just want to tell you I love you. Or I just want to hear I love you. Just tell me you love me. And be intentional about doing that. Be intentional about touching base with your family members. Be intentional about touching base with your friends, because we literally don't know at any given time we can drop dead. That's a real reality. We have no guarantees that we're gonna live past today. So let's not take every day for granted, and let's not dwell on the temporary, because just like the seasons change, the seasons in your life change. This may be a rough season, this may be a high season, this may be a medium season. It's gonna change. So enjoy it. Try to experience it in its authenticity. Be honest about where you are, and then see what you can do to either mitigate it or enhance it in a positive, healthy way. Okay, love you.